See? With the light on, my ceiling is blue. This is, I've been doing the dye pot. So, this was baby blue. Okay, so the camera's not showing it to good effect, but that's a peach, and that's a rose, and that's a faded gray, bluish. It works really well. The camera's not showing true colors. Anyway, I was given a giant IKEA bag full of baby yarn. Pastel blue, pastel pink, pastel yellow, and a cream color, and an almost peach color. If it was a true peach, I would have kept it, but it wasn't a true peach. Anyway, baby yarns, little skeins. And most of the labels, when I researched them, the companies have been out of business since the 70s. So, 40, 50-year-old yarn. Most of the labels brag 100% DuPont Orlon fiber, or some such, because acrylics were new back then. So, what do you do with a giant bag of yarns in colors you'll never use? I could have washed them, reskeined them, and just seen if anybody was interested in baby yarns. Or I can dye them. I like dyeing things. If you haven't noticed, my nitty naughty is twerking. There we go. This is called a nitty naughty. I don't know why. Nitty, K-N-I-T-T-Y, naughty, K-N-O-T-T-Y. It's designed so that a second person doesn't have to stand there and hold your yarn while you're working with it. Can you see the bruising I'm putting on my hand? Yeah. Anyway, I over-dye, I under-dye, I re-dye. I just like to change it, make it mine. I don't know. This is a color I would use. It's very 1970s crayon flesh colored. Those are the tones. I gotta set this down for a minute because I'm cramping. Ow. I can only do that for like 3 to 5 minutes, and then I have to stop, and then I do it, and then I have to stop, and I have like 20 skeins to go in the hair. So Lorianne commented that it's just the hair, why am I obsessing? She didn't exactly say that, but I know Lorianne. She has her own channel, so in the comments, when you see her post, follow her to her channel, because I haven't figured out how to put links in yet. Or more specifically, I suspect I need a cursor to cut and paste and drop, because I can't do that on my phone. Anyway, why do I obsess about the hair? Because it's part of my dysphoria. Because I'm never going to be happy with my hair. I mean, right now it's doing this, okay? This is why I've shaved myself bald on many occasions, gone years at a time wearing wigs, gone years at a time just shaved bald or with a high and tight. The hair is a huge part of my look at the fucking girl, okay? Dysphoria. Different people get dysphoria in different ways. Right now, the social media focus is on social markered gender dysphoria. So, what society says is female versus what society says is male, societal perceptions, and induced dysphoria from cultural norms. I'm a recovering anorexic. I'll always be a recovering anorexic. I almost killed myself a couple of times by losing too much weight. I got Skeletor thin, trying to affect my appearance. My dysphoria is as much from the anorexia as it is from gender. In my brain, when I'm sleeping, I dream in the male. humorous thing, in the last year, my dream self-image has started to go bald. I have no idea why. It was not a conscious decision. I don't know. Mind you, this is getting thin on top, so that could be the signal, but I don't. I have an antenna. That's what it is. I have I don't remember the name of the character, the little girl, Whoville little girl with the single curl on the top of her head. I don't like my hair parted to the other side, which is part of what's going on, because if I can get it parted this way, it pretty much lays down, but that looks wrong to me. It looks wrong. Anyway, dysphoria is when your mental self-image does not line up with what you're seeing. Okay, you know what phantom limb is. It's when somebody's had an amputation but they can still feel the limb, and they'll reach for a glass with the hand they don't have anymore. Okay, you know about that, right? I get phantom limb on this arm, which sounds stupid. It really does, until you realize that the arm was a partial sever and reattachment, which is, barely see that scar. You can't see that scarring. You can see the artery mess. There's no bicep in here. They attached here to here and here to there and did all kind. Yeah, I got bat wings. Did all kinds of stuff to reattach it, and it is what's called functionally nominal and cosmetically perfect. It looks like a hand. It looks like it functions. It can move. That's nominal. Nominal means at the level necessary to be considered functional, but nothing above and beyond. I can't weight lift with this arm effectively because the muscles are reattached like this to compensate for a bicep so that you get a bulge. This muscle will start to bodybuild, and I've torn this muscle just on bodybuilding this muscle. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, phantom limb pain is a ghost image. Same with crack buds. Crack buds are when you're on too many amphetamines, on too much caffeine, certain medications, and certain neurological problems. I get crack buds. Okay? Crack buds are, it itches. It feels like there's a giant zit right there. There's nothing there. But it itches. It feels like there's a giant zit right there. And I will pick myself raw. I did it right here the other night, just scratching because it felt like there was something there. Well, by the time I'm done, there is something there because I just scratched a hole in myself. Dysphoria is very much the same, but about how you look. So if your brain is convinced you don't have breasts and you go like this and hit your boob, yeah, guys, we do that, okay? We go like this and it's in the way. Because my self-image doesn't have this, it's huge chest, okay? I cannot buy bras in a normal bra store. It's huge. And everybody goes, oh, no, it's fine. No, it's not, okay? Because this is 35 to 50 pounds, and this is 35 to 50 pounds, and now my shoulders don't hurt because I just lifted them up. Because I can't find a frickin' bra that will support the weight off of my shoulders. Okay? I used to bind, and you're not really supposed to bind when you get above about a D cup. Actually, you're not supposed to bind at a D cup. And I'm up into the Fs. I think it's a double F these days. I mean, it's when you see this coming out from the arms, I wear things like black shirts so that you can't see that they are huge. And other people who have bigger breasts will say, that's not huge. I don't care. For me, that's huge, that's ugly, that's disgusting, that gets to me. These are huge, these are ugly, these are disgusting, they get to me. And my belly's a sore spot because I have a big fat belly. Dysphoria is glancing in the mirror and expecting both sides of the face to look like this and catching this. Or somebody takes a photo. People do this to me all the time. They take a photo and they'll post it. And I'm sitting here like, it's like, why did you post that photo? What? It's you. If that's what you're seeing, we have a problem. We have a real problem because, this is kind of more like what I think I look like. Can you not tell that this is not the same as that? Can you not see the difference? There is paralysis right here. Okay? Now, here's your funny thing from the surgery. This has muscular paralysis. That's why it's slack. Okay? The muscle right here gave out. If I had insurance that covered cosmetic surgery, they go in, they put a tag here, they put a tag there, and they fix it. It's about $32,000. I've had it appraised, I've had it looked at, I've had multiple surgeons say, yeah, it's really easy to do if your insurance will cover cosmetic surgery. If we ever had enough money, I'd think about it. I really honestly would. Okay? It would be a cosmetic fix because it wouldn't fix some of, there's like 7 muscles that are dead in this area. Okay? Now, this is the funny part. I have no sense of sensation from right there. It feels like the dentist the Novocaine's wearing off. Here I can feel just fine. But here, this zone here, it feels like the Novocaine's wearing off. It's right there. It's right there. Okay, and then up here, it's right there into right in here. Okay? All of this I can't feel. But this doesn't function. How's that for screwing with your head? This is a severed nerve. This is severed muscles. Big difference. If they were both on the same side, that would be a totally different story. The reality is, I can't feel when I'm drinking and stuff like that. I can't make a seal because the mouth doesn't make a seal. So I go to drink with a glass and I pour liquid down my face. So I won't drink out of a glass in public without a straw. If it's hot, if it's coffee, then I'm kind of sucking as I'm drinking and it's not the same thing. But with cold stuff, I can't suck when I'm drinking without brain freezing, so I don't drink without a straw. I can't swallow cold liquids without a straw. I'm babbling. I'm talking. I was trying to talk about dysphoria and I get into the ish. So, I had the privilege of hosting an Amazon parrot for a while. I won't say I owned him, because I didn't. And when you're talking about a being that lives 75 to 100 years, he was with me for 18 months. I didn't own him. I just gave him a safe place to crash for a while until I found a new home for him. When I got him, he had plucked out 3/4 of his feathers. He was a neurotic twit. He was 13, 14 years old. Teenage years. Throwing temper tantrums. You'd have thought he was a cockatoo. If you've never interacted with cockatoos, they throw temper tantrums. And if you look them in the eye, you can see intelligence. Okay? Amazon parrots, the big ones, you can see the intelligence. This is a sentient being on par with a 2 to 4 year old human. On par with a black lab dog. Maybe a little smarter. Probably smarter. Anyway, he was throwing temper tantrums all the time. He'd go on hunger strikes. He plucked out the majority of